People that have left.
Okay. And did you check the facts for yourself? Or?
Sure, we've seen the fair game.
Yeah.
Actually, one thing happened to me was in March, these two guys came out with giant signs out down on LRH Way, and they followed me around for about an hour. I had my real address on them and everything else, so that seems like harassment.
Okay.
They were from the church.
Okay. You want to see, you should see this one, so you get the right one.
You guys have the video channel, is that the same stuff?
Huh?
You have the video channel on the internet, is that the same video?
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see? Yeah, take a copy.
I find the production value...
I'll take a copy.
Yeah, the production value is really bad.
No problem. Here, that's your copy.
I don't care for the production. I don't...
No, you don't want that?
No.
Okay.
No. I wouldn't touch that.
So, who are you protesting on behalf of?
Personally?
Yeah.
You guys talking to me?
Yeah.
On behalf of all the people that were in.
I'm just an anonymous human being. I see a lot of people that are suffering, so... Disconnection, fair game...
How far on the bridge are you?
That's an interesting question. How far are you on the bridge?
I'm not going to answer any questions.
Well, don't ask me the questions. Go walk
You can't
away.
expect us to answer anything.
I feel like I own the sidewalk.
I've been
That's not fair.
treating you with respect.
Well, then give me the respect of answering back.
No, I don't need to answer everything.
Well, no one needs to answer. I've been volunteering.
Here we go. Hi. Would you like a card?
Sure.
Would you like one? Just some websites to go look at.
So, do you guys know anything about Scientology?
A fair amount, but you know, our sources you may not agree with. The people that were in the church and got out.
Yeah, but you know what? It's like kind of like my viewpoint is. This is my viewpoint. It's like if I want to cook Italian food, I'm not going to ask a French chef, right? I'm going to go to the Italian chef, right?
Oh, definitely.
So if you really want to know about Scientology, you would look on the Scientology official site. You can always find people with any area that are disgruntled with anything.
Absolutely. I guess my real...
So you really should know that because it's kind of like, like you can do this, whatever you want to do because this is America. But, the truth of the matter is that we have freedom of religion and we not need to respect it. So,
absolutely. And I do respect.
Make sure you have the data.
The religion I respect. It's just the people, the leaders that I don't respect.
But you don't know. Do you know them personally?
Oh, absolutely.
You don't need to know Hitler personally to know you don't respect him.
You know what? Talking about Hitler, remember?
You don't need to know anyone personally to not respect him. I didn't know Saddam Hussein. I don't respect him.
Yeah, I didn't respect Saddam either.
But you know what? It's kind of like this is kind of like the neo-Nazi youth. They come around and did they know what they were doing? Did they know what they were doing against the Jews?
Actually, I think that you'd find that most of the anonymous don't interrupt. You'd find most of the anonymous know more about the topic than even people in the church because you use a secrecy process.
No,
you don't tell people very high everything that you know.
Are you a Scientologist?
What level are you?
Are you a Scientologist?
What level are you?
Okay, so then I won't talk to you.
I'm an amateur Scientologist. I've studied more materials on it than you have.
Hang on.
You know what? I'm not going to talk to you because you know what? You don't want to answer.
Well, he's got an idea on how to dialogue
For every
with you.
question that we answer, will you answer a question?
Yeah, but I asked a question before.
Okay, good question. We are not Scientologists. Okay, my turn?
Sure.
How far on the bridge are you?
OT7.
Oh, very good.
Okay.
How far on the bridge are you?
I'm OTA.
Awesome. And you?
Not up to that level yet.
Okay.
Is it true that can I ask a question?
No. Don't ask anything that she won't have read yet.
Oh.
Okay, so now we answered 3 questions because you asked us 3 questions.
Well, all right.
But I'll only ask you one. So the thing is that you don't know anything about us. You haven't done, and you're just doing this. I mean, wouldn't it be...
That's a loaded question. Could you ask a question?
Let her finish.
You're really rude. I gotta tell you.
That's not a question. That was a statement.
Scientologist or not a Scientologist. You're just rude.
You guys like a card?
Because you keep interrupting.
I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
And I will nail you for it.
Ask a question that's not loaded.
Let her finish.
Just a second. So I'm just curious, like, don't you think it would be good to just look at the video and see what we really do?
Absolutely. This is on the video channel as well. I've watched several of the videos.
Okay, great. That's all. That's all I want to ask you. Okay.
Well, can I ask you a question?
And about you? What do you know about Scientology?
I know the same things they know.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
You asked
Truth.
It's my turn. You asked him a question. It's my turn. I got a question.
No, I had 3 questions because you had 3 people.
He's not in the game. Here's my question.
in the game.
He's not in the game. Who are you?
Here's my question for you.
Father.
It's none of your business.
it's not my business. Well, then I don't want to talk to you.
Because you can't confront a simple question, so you're going to shut me off.
No, you're rude.
That's a good reason to not answer a question.
You're rude.
That's a good reason to not answer a question, but unfortunately you just can't answer the question.
Yeah, because you're actually very nice
Yeah,
and polite, and this
exactly.
guy is just rude, regardless of
It's not a popularity contest. Why don't you just go away and let us protest
I
it?
would never want
They can think us away.
and talk to
That's
somebody
a bad
that's
example for all of you.
Well, since she's gone, can you think us away?
You signed a very bad example.
So now
That's your judgment.
So now that you've
That's
got
right.
an OT7
But it's like your judgment about us.
Let her
I can make my own judgment, right?
Okay.
Okay.
So, you know how you were talking about why don't you get the facts from a Scientologist and everything instead of somebody that's out?
Yeah.
So how, like, you're pretty far up on the bridge now and everything, so there were certain points where you didn't know everything about the religion until you got to certain levels. So my question for you is, why is it that with, you said like any other religion, with most religions I can find out everything about the religion before I ever even get into it, but with Scientology I would actually have to go years before I found out everything, and then I might find something I didn't like.
Let me answer that.
Go ahead.
In Israel, where I'm from, there is a religion called Druze. They have their own secret things that only the elderly have, and you need to be at a certain training level and certain how do you say that, social level and whatever. They have their own requirements in order to have this data. In Judaism, Kabbalah, it's the same thing. There are things that are known only to certain people. So each religion chooses to do whatever they want to do based on their own judgment of what would be the greatest good for the people. So that's a matter, this is a free country, it's a free choice, you know what I mean? It exists in other religions. You go to India, they have their own hierarchy of knowledge, of monks and stuff like that. So each religion has its own right to strategize or put the levels in for knowledge that they want to have. That's all.
But if you don't want to do it, you don't do it, just like anything else. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's your choice. I mean, for these guys that have left Scientology, it's whatever reason they have left. That's fine. You know what? If I don't want to practice a religion, I was born Jewish, and I still do the Jewish traditions and whatnot, but I was never religious, but I don't go into a temple or complain about other Jews. I don't want to do it. If I don't want to keep kosher, I don't keep kosher. You know what I mean?
Are the Jews hurting other people though?
For me?
Are the Jews hurting other people though?
You know what? Everybody's an individual. I think most people are pretty good.
Do the Jews have an RPF?
You know?
You're also Jewish?
And I am Jewish, and I am practicing the holidays, and I am teaching my children the basics of Judaism. I'm not religious, but
How do you handle the conflicts between Scientology and Judaism?
there is no conflict.
Would you?
There are controversial people who try to make a conflict, but there is no conflict.
So there's no one here who cares about confidentiality here that I can see. Can I ask you a question? Isn't Judaism an implant?
Huh?
Isn't Judaism an implant
I'm not-
according to what you've been told?
I'm not in an authority. I never heard that.
What is an implant?